home. A lot of you know I worked with a soccer team for 7 years, and we had a tournament, so I was making dinner for the team. And this lady comes in and she said, "Don't stop what you're doing. I just came to take a nap. My house is crazy. I'm going to use one of your bedrooms." Anyway, her house is a little crazy, but yeah. You know, I'm so glad I got to follow Ray and Jill, because I know Cheryl and I have talked about this. There is so much excitement generated when you watch what God does over generations. And often I feel so sorry for people going out, you know, for like 2 years. And they leave just when they're really getting it, you know, the language and everything. And I wonder, oh, if you could only have a perspective. I remember my dad had a student when I was just a little girl who loved to study the Bible, and he loved to learn the trumpet. So he was taking lessons, and he was studying with my dad, and he was getting excited. He actually practiced the trumpet so much he literally blew it apart. My dad said it's the first time he's ever seen a trumpet literally blown. Anyway, his youngest brother died in an accident at sea, and so over the years he took in some of his nephews and he drilled them and trained them, and they would get up at 4 in the morning to pray, then he would have devotions with them at night, and every verse they read they had to conjugate every verb in French. But he drilled these young guys, and he worked with these young guys, and he made them love the scriptures, and as a result they grew to love the Lord. And one of them today is married to Judy, and he directs Lemuel. So, I mean, look at that. And then we went back to Haiti, and we worked in an area where many of you who prayed so many years for Wawa know that he was the son of a witch doctor. So when he came to know the Lord, he came to live with us. And Dave discipled him. After going to Dallas Seminary, he went back to Haiti, where he now is discipling young men after the model that Dave left for him. And just this year, Judy, who was like his little sister, asked him to come and share in our staff retreat. And so, you know, you just watch over generations, and when you're there a long time, you just watch God do amazing things with those who were children who now are the leaders. And it's just so exciting. Anyway, Haiti. Yeah, well, that's why I'm excited, because my last trip down there was for staff retreat. And these were the kids we took in 1996. And they came, my brother flew in from Monaco as one of the speakers, and then, like I said, Wawa was the other speaker. And it was a wild and crazy time, but we watched what our leaders, our kids, now leaders, are doing. And it's so interesting because my niece does not give them any plan. He just reminds them of the vision, the original vision that God gave to him to start Lemuel. And within that, keeping that vision, they are allowed to express their gifts. They're allowed to express new ideas, and when their ideas fail, my niece just scrapes them up, gives them the vision, and they move forward. As some of you know, in 2004, 4 or 5, my niece closed the Barefoot School because we realized we had too many kids going through that were not being rooted and discipled. Then he reopened it as a discipleship center, and we took back our original kids and began to put them through discipleship. Well, last year, one of those original kids reopened the Barefoot School. And he asked my niece, said, "Do you mind?" And he said, "Yeah. If you think it's time, then you do it, and you give it the leadership." Well, he's done a lot more than my niece and I ever did. They have a Facebook page. I never had a Facebook page. But it's really been fun. teachers for. And he has called some of our other kids now in university to come back and help him teach. Well, after the earthquake, when things were to the point where the government said the schools can reopen, he registered for second semester, and he finally stopped at 120 because so many schools had collapsed, and these kids had needed a place to go to school.